Hey, what's up, guys? All right, Brandon here, founder and visionary of NOVAEO. And I'm putting this video together because we're building a specific marketing team for a pretty large campaign. And, especially with all the AI tools that are out there, it's, to me, the traditional way of building a team where you are basically figuring out every single role that you need, and then you're hiring specifically, an individual for each of those roles. Well, now, because of all the tech that's out there, we're finding more and more people that are capable of doing a lot of different roles, a lot of different skills, which is fantastic. The smaller the team, the more, each individual can earn an income within that team. So this video is more about communicating the project as a whole. I'm going to try to balance this between not being too long in this video, but also giving enough detail to really understand the project and the main skill sets of what I know we need. But I'm more of a general strategist than a very, very homed-in marketer. So, it's very possible that there are going to be things that we would ultimately need to achieve these goals that I might even be less aware of. So what I'd like for you to do while watching this video is to think about what your ideal vision for yourself is in the team that is executing this project. And I'm going to ask you to do a reply communicating exactly what that would look like, and then be specific about the skills that you have, the experience that you have that relevant to this. And we'll probably ask this in written form, but just make sure in the written questions that you really home in on the tools that you know. Again, especially the AI tools that are out there. Because the reality is one or two people could probably do this entire project, but I would guess it's probably going to be more like 4, possibly 5, depending on how creative goes. All right. Anyway, without any further ado. So some brief context first is we have about 8 health and wellness product brands, natural skincare, tea, dietary supplements, organic superfood powders, healthy sweeteners, everything in that realm. So the customer of one brand, say our natural skincare, there's going to be a decent amount of crossover between their interest in that natural skincare and their interest even in our healthy natural sweetener brand where we're selling stevia and monk fruit. So we want to take advantage of this. And in fact, as of today, these product brands that we have don't have a significant amount of depth that we've built in them. There's no ethos or mission or anything like that. The personality isn't really all that established because we predominantly specialize in Amazon, especially, Amazon within the United States. And content has never been king on Amazon. And building brand depth really, the customers don't really connect to the brand so much on Amazon, where it's really just more about ranking and ultimately the product reviews. So that's always what we focused on. And as a separate project, not this project, we are, maybe someone, or maybe this is you, we are looking for either a person or a team that can basically start building brand depth into each of our brands. So that each brand has a strong personality, and most importantly, I want each of our brands to have a mission behind it or a movement that it's connected to. But first things first is we're building a brand called The Giving Tree, TGT. And this is not a product brand, it's a community brand in which we are gathering all of our brands, all of our product brands. We're establishing TGT as the community that we run our affiliates, our influencers, our UGC content creators through, but also even just the everyday customer. And we are going to use TGT for the everyday customer to also be able to create value for our brands, such as reviews and user-generated content, social posts, stuff like that. And so the idea of this funnel that we're building is post-purchase. So on the post-purchase side of the funnel, we want to flow people first to TGT so that they can attach their personality to TGT. And then we can use TGT kind of like as a hub and spoke model where they connect with TGT and then they become members of TGT. And then from TGT, we can market all of the other brands. So it's an easy way to connect someone that purchased from one brand to connect them to all the other brands because it comes through TGT. And so that's kind of like a broad overview of what we want to achieve, is basically being able to leverage the fact that we have so many different health and wellness brands, to leverage that so that we're pushing customers into all of the brands. Our first strategy is to first connect them to TGT so that we can push them out. But the more broader picture is we got to test shit out and see what works, But so the general scope of this is, we want to try to get people into our funnels from all angles, including, auto emails, post-purchase, shipping inserts, and then eventually even, we're not currently running off Amazon ads, but we'll get there. But where we want to focus on first, like right now, is we get about 30,000 orders a month from Amazon across all of our product brands. And we can get roughly about 25% of the email contacts and phone numbers of those customers. Because Amazon tries not to give you that information, but there's like little tricks to try to get some of it. So we're able to get around 25% of emails and phone numbers of our Amazon customers. And so we want to build, like the number one most valuable and fastest ROI thing that we can do is build an email sequence that brings them into our brands, gets them to, again, the conceptualized strategy for now is to first bring them into TGT, but that's just going to be something that we test. It could be try to bring them deeper into the brand that they purchased from. That does make logical sense, but remember, again, we don't have significant brand depth. There's not a lot of personality to attach themselves yet. So that's why we're kind of thinking TGT first. But, and like one of the major things that we want to get from these customers is not just general email list building so that you can send out newsletters and push like small, like 15% off sales and stuff like that. What we really want to go after, especially for our Amazon customers, are what we call internally is our launch list. And what that is to condition customers on an offer where they can get our products super discounted, our newly launched products. As one of our core competencies is being able to launch new brands and new products. We can launch a couple products a week when we really get going, if that's where our attention is. So we want to have a specific list of our customers that are getting these insane offers where, we're probably even taking losses on the sale. Maybe they're getting like a $25 product for like $5 or maybe even like $3. Because as long as they purchase on Amazon, what that does for a new product launch is just even 10 sales a day can significantly boost that ranking of the product on Amazon. So by boosting the ranking, you then recoup your losses from the campaign on those now organic sales that come from the ranking boost. So that's what we're calling internally our launch list. It's not a branded, we don't tell customers launch list. That's just our thing, because it's a marketing sequence that we want to do anytime we're launching a new product, and we're constantly launching new products. So that is one of the offers that we really want to home in on. And again, this would be through TGT. So a customer joins TGT, and now they have access to these probably like weekly offers of super duper discounted brand new products from any of our partnered product brands, health and wellness product brands. And then the other thing that we really want to focus on getting is reviews, most specifically Amazon reviews. And so that kind of changes a bit of the strategy with with what we do, but it's so maybe you've never focused on just trying to get Amazon reviews or trying to do these like ridiculous, trying to get people to join a list for these like ridiculously highly discounted offers. But I don't think that should really matter too much. Funnels are kind of funnels, as long as you understand the offer and all that stuff and the purpose. So what I know that we really need is someone that can be building out the flow conceptually, which we actually have something built out, but basically the people that have been working on this so far are kind of more of our general marketing team. And now we're trying to build a more specialized team. So we have some stuff already built, but I think it's best to just like from your perspective to assume that we're starting from scratch, because more or less we could be basically starting anything from scratch that is worth just starting from scratch on. So anyway, so one person that has that big picture mind to build the whole conceptualized flow of being able to push customers around from product brands to TGT to all of our other product brands, getting them to join email lists, SMS lists, join all of our social medias for all of our brands. I mean, if you add all that up, that's like, I don't know, probably about 40 nodes, 8 product brands, multiple social media platforms, multiple SMS lists, multiple email lists, and then there's TGT. And then actually we're working on building a personal brand for myself and a team brand as well, like a public facing team brand as well. So like all this stuff, we want to be included in this, what we're actually calling the Phoenix Flow. So the Phoenix Flow is when we look at all of our brands together, including the personal brands, the team brands, the community brands, all of it, the Facebook groups, everything. And we kind of just want one person's mind that's capable of just seeing all of it, and with a goal of trying to get as many customers to connect to as many of these, what I call nodes, as possible. If one customer could join every single social media platform of every single one of our brands and every single one of our email lists and SMS lists, like that would be incredible. Not probable, but like that would be the goal. To try to get as many customers to join as many of the nodes as possible. So having that big picture framework. So that could be built in like Miro or something like that. But what we also really need is a data analyst, someone that is capable of, as we run split tests or A/B tests, gathering the data, analyzing it, and then drawing conclusion to offer up to the project manager, the lead, what's working, what's not working, and to whatever detail of analysis, possible. Now, it would be fantastic if that data analyst is also the lead. So, because I really believe that the person that's closest to the data that can really interpret it, if they also have the other skills, like that's what's really perfect. But it's hard to have both the analytical mind and the creative mind in one person. So it's not something that we're going to hold out for. But yeah. Then as far as the actual building of the funnels go, email marketing is where we should really focus our strength and focus the start on. Again, because we're getting, I guess what would calculate out to maybe around like 8,000 to 10,000 emails a month of the Amazon. We also currently have maybe like a total list size of all of our brands that we haven't tapped it in a while. So a lot of them, we would have to kind of like revibe these emails, but it's probably around like 20,000 people. Our social accounts are pretty small. We haven't like focused super hard on those. But the email marketing side of it, that's where we really want to initially focus our attention. But then, hey, like why not focus on the higher engagement mediums as well, like SMS and ManyChat and that kind of thing. So we do want to focus on building out these email sequences, both for post-purchase to bring people into our brands, whether it's TGT or just the brand that they purchased from, and then the email sequences of trying to do these offers for the launch list, and then also that's pretty much going to be the initial focus, and then the follow-ups where we try to get Amazon reviews. So, but eventually where we want to get to is, we want to have a community builder on the team, and team members that can do a decent amount of one-on-one discussion with the customers. I know that's pretty labor heavy, and not too many brands like to do that. People like to use like AI chatbots and stuff, and I'm not opposed to using chatbots if we can program them really well. But I view every interaction that we can possibly have in a DM, like a one-on-one situation, as being incredibly valuable and not something that we just want to pass off. So having the opportunity to try to build a personal dynamic with the customer. So rather than just like solving a customer service inquiry, it'd be trying to comment on something that they have going on to create that personal connection, so that they can then start seeing the brand as people behind the brand and not just this corporate face that they're buying from. So email marketing, super important. But then to be able to expand out into ManyChat, well, ManyChat does SMS and email and all that stuff. When I say ManyChat, I mean Facebook Messenger. So Facebook Messenger, SMS, moving people into groups. So whether it's like WhatsApp groups or Telegram groups or just like Facebook groups or whatever, we probably want to run multiple and to see where customers are preferring to end up. And then of course there's the creative side. So the actual creation of the content. So that would be on the design side, the copy side, in emails, in all the different things. And then there's there's the actual building of the email. So we actually currently have MailChimp, Klaviyo, and Aweber. Obviously, we don't want to hold all three of those subscriptions forever. But as of right now, we have all three of them because we're experimenting with all of them. So if this is your world, then you can speak specifically on those platforms and what your preference is and the strengths and weaknesses of each platform. Yeah, like as far as the creative side goes, I'm really hoping to find someone that really can use AI, but strongly. AI never really produces the finished product. You know what I mean? And it needs really good inputs to produce good material. But if we had someone that was capable of using AI tools, both for the design and for the copy, then we can basically that would be less than a full-time job, or a full-time role, to also be able to do other stuff. And again, the more hats someone can wear, the smaller that this team will be, the more income we can spread around the individuals. So that's going to be really important. And I like to be able to give people a lot of income. So yeah, let's see. Let me pause, see if I have anything else, but I think that pretty much covers most of it. No, I guess that's pretty much it. So just shoot me any questions you have. Look forward to hearing from you.